Basically, guys, what we'll do is we're gonna do 40 minutes this morning, and that'll be consistent of I'll do as long as I feel like I can on here. Normally, like my ankles start to get a little tight around 20 minutes, so I try to do like half here. I'll go get on the bike and the stairs. Today I'll do the bike. Typically, I do the stairs, but we're gonna train some hams and glutes later, so obviously that's not gonna be wise. It's like my time. I don't know. I'm weird about my cardio in the morning. It's like my time is set my tone for the whole day, get my mind right. Just kind of sit here and it's like it's my 40, 50 minutes to reflect on, what I got to do, and that is, I got what 31 days to bring the best package to stage that I can possibly bring, and it's like that one time where I can just sit and think about all the little extra things I could be doing, or if there's anything I can do better, kind of give myself a little pep talk. It's a head game. This whole thing is a fucking head game. People don't realize it. They don't. I think sometimes people underestimate the power of, believing in yourself and your mind. And I don't know. If your mind's not right, nothing else will be.
I'm really looking forward to being down here and kind of finishing out the last stage of prep, in Boca together. This is my first time down here, but this part of the prep is the most important, I feel, in terms of just everything being consistent. Obviously you want consistency if you're out, but also Dallas as a professional has had to travel some, and that's all being cut out now. All right, so we're just able to really focus in and do what we need to do.
After cardio, guys, every day we stretch. Everything loose, healthy. Performance suffers when you're a stiff prick. And the better your performance, the better your physique in the long run. Alright guys, so what we're doing here is it's just my pre-workout meal and meal one. So the way my day's going right now is cardio, come back, have one pretty good sized meal, and then we're gonna go train. So the meal is 200 grams of egg whites, 3 whole eggs, 120 gram dry weight oats, and 35 grams of whey isolate. And normally I just mix the whey in the oats because it's good that way. So this morning we're beta testing the new Redcom 1 isotope. It's our 100% whey isolate. Gonna give it a go. See how it goes down. Alright, so we're on the way to train. We got hams, glutes, and calves. As far as priorities, I think today probably be more like glutes, hams, and calves. Whatever. We are currently 30 days out from the 2016 Mr. Olympia. Got my good friend and Redcon teammate Dylan Williamson. Of course, my brother Matt Jansen, coach and dietitian and psychologist. Therapist.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, he pretty much wears all the hats around here. But yeah, so we got a pretty good team together today. Gonna go get on some hams, and I don't really know Matt can go over a little bit more in detail. Matt, you want to tell them like any like important emphasis or focal points today?
As Dallas mentioned, we want to focus on glutes. And it's not that I don't think his glutes are underdeveloped, I just think that he has very dominant hamstrings. And it's something that we both kind of pointed out after the Chicago show. We wanted to bring his glutes up to better match his hamstrings, you know, from the side shots, from his back shots, things like that. So that's been something that we're going to work on, you know, just glute drive, you know, and if you're initiating power from your glutes, that's going to help obviously engage the muscle, you know, in a way that you can't do on some of the other exercises.
Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to kind of do a pre-exhaust with abductors and adductors. We're going to do like 3 sets of 15 to 20 each. Not taking it to failure, like extreme intensity. Obviously it's abductors and adductors, which can get very challenging, but the goal here is kind of pre-fatigue, which is in turn going to kind of eliminate some of the activation of them and force the hamstrings and glutes to work harder throughout the rest of the training. Like, I know when you look at this, it's like bitch work. I mean, it is. Like, you're like, oh, this is, you know? But I guarantee you, when we start working hamstring glutes directly, you're gonna be like, holy shit, this is hard. Like, it's just gonna make everything harder. Which in the end, you know, if you go over there and you do, say you do a squat, and you squat 600 pounds to 10. But you can accomplish this, if you can do this and accomplish more muscle breakdown with less weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not only, of course in prep, it's beneficial because you're saving your joints, but also, I mean, you'll see, it just makes
sense. First in the pre-exhaustion state right now.
Yeah, exactly. shit right there. Live once again, and I think it's a sin. In the words of, what was Dorian's guy? What is Dorian? Leroy Gibbs.
Who's Dorian?
Time to get nasty. He just comes over this shit like, oh, it's okay. It's not right in the head. So what we got here is RDLs. It's just, you know, not quite a stiff leg deadlift, but a little bend in the knee. Really focus on the glute hamstring tie-in. We're actually doing them on a platform today, so we won't be able to bottom out. So it's constant tension on the targeted muscle area. Come on, Dallas. includes hams and glutes. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna do 3 just like blood volume sets, supersets of calves here. And then after this, I'll get on the stairs for about 15 or 20 minutes and just hard squeeze everything on the back of my legs, everything from the top of my glutes down to my calves, every step, just squeezing, going really slow. It's kind of how I burn out on this day. You know, finisher, burnout, whatever you want to call it. It's a good way to finish up glutes, hams, and calves on the steps, just hard squeezes. So that's the last 2 things we're gonna do. Alright guys, so like I said, that's how we finish up hams and glutes and calves. Just hard squeezes, going slow, every single step, make it count.